Hello, everyone. Hello, Tallahassee. Hello, world. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Speaker Speaks. It's the podcast that informs, challenges, and inspires. It's real talk from real people about real things. And it's the show where the guests really get to speak. And oh, do I have a show for you today? We're going to learn about something called solar energy on today, the ins and outs about it, and why should we really consider and think about going solar. You can learn more about me at vincenttedwards.com, and you can join my online community at vincentondemand.com. That's where you can go and get a lot of online training to help you become the best you that you can become. Also, like to give a shout out to my sponsors. Serious Web Solutions, your success is our success. Website development, graphic design, digital archiving, all types of things. Give them a call at 850-597-1707. That's Serious Web Solutions, and Serious is spelled Sirius. That's SeriousWebSolutions.com. And then, man, if you're ever in Tallahassee and you need a fresh cut, you need to go by Blades Barbershop. That's where my man Dante will keep you looking fresh. That's 2202 Lake Bradford Road, Suite A, here in Tallahassee, Florida. And like I said today, we're going to be talking about switching to solar energy. And we're going to be hearing from Mark Chambers and Monique Manns. And Monique Manns is your point of contact today and every day when you want to get information about solar energy and working with this wonderful company called Meraki. And for full disclosure, I want to let everybody know Mr. Speaker has solar. Mr. Speaker uses Meraki. And so that's full disclosure. And I am to date a very pleased and happy customer. So wanted to let everybody know that for full disclosure. Like always, here on Mr. Speaker Speaks, we open up with a short prayer. Heavenly Father, I truly thank you for another opportunity to share information with my listening audience. Not just any type of information, but information that will be beneficial, that can help improve their lives and change the lives of their friends and family members. Today, Lord, let your presence be here as we discuss solar energy, renewable forms of energy that can help the city, the earth, everything like that, Lord, because we can all go green. And now, special prayer, Lord. I ask that you bless this company, bless Mark, and bless Monique. Open up opportunities that they can meet more people, introduce more people, and convert more people to solar. Let your hand and your anointing be upon them this day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. My inspirational verse
Amen.
of scripture comes today from the book of Psalms, Psalm 145, verse 18 and 19. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry and will save them. That's the inspirational passage of scripture on today. I am elated because it's been a while and we've had this on the slate for a long time to find out and talk about solar energy. And I have two great representatives from Meraki, and they are Monique Manns and Mark Chambers. And with that being said, Monique, tell my listening audience a little bit about who you are.
Okay. My name is, thank you for having me, by the way. My name is Monique Manns, and I'm originally from California. I moved here in 2006, and I have had a nice career with the state of Florida for about 13 years. But within the last year, I had this great opportunity to join Meraki Solutions here in Tallahassee. I've been very happy with my career choice and move. Um, it really aligns with what I believe in terms of environment, saving money, and using a natural resource. So I'm very pleased with what I'm doing now.
All right. All the way from California. So you had to come
I
to the
am.
Sunshine State to get some real sunshine, huh? You left yeah, all
Absolutely.
that sunny California, but you came to the Sunshine State. Oh,
Yes,
welcome
yes.
to Mr.
Thank
Speaker
you.
Speaks. And now, Mark Chambers, tell us a little bit about the who, what, when, where, and why of you.
Oh, wow. Where do I start, Mr. Speaker? Hey, thank you so much for having me and Monique, and thanks for that wonderful prayer. I tell you, I just touched my heart, and I tell you, my prayers go out to you and your listeners as well. You do a great job here. Tallahassee, I think, should have your name there near the Capitol somewhere, sometime, some way. But I actually come from the small town of Sonoa, Georgia, down below Atlanta, about 50 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia. And I've been in sales for about 36 years and was kind of half retired. And I did this and loved this and fell in love with the whole process. And about 2.5 years ago, lived over in Navarre. And I was working at our Destin office, and they said, "Hey, we want to open an office in Tallahassee." And I said, "Really?" And they said, "Yeah, would you like to go over and be part of that?" I said, "I might just do that," because my wife had family over in Madison and Lee, and it was kind of a good fit. And we were kind of, when you move to the beach and there 5 years, you go every day when you're there for about the first year and a half. But after that, you go like once every other month or something. It's just not as exciting. So we came over and opened this office in February of 2021. I came with my daughter and one other manager, and we're 16 months, 17 months later, we got 38 reps now, 5 managers, and we've done 909 projects so far, and we're pulling more permits in the city of Tallahassee and surrounding than any other solar companies combined. So we're your hometown folks. We got our hubs right here, our warehouses here, our offices here. We're a big part of Tallahassee, and I think that's the big thing that I'm liking about it. Being part of such a green energy community, it
Hmm.
kind of goes hand in hand.
So when we look at solar, and once again, I want to welcome both of you. Why should someone consider going solar? What is that all about? I mean, I have my lights, I plug in, I can move, but what's the benefit of actually putting some solar panels on my home?
Well, that's a really good question. And I know that's a lot of the questions that your listeners are asking themselves as well. It seems like it's an extra expense that you're doing to your home, and you already got electricity. So why would you do that? The thing
Yeah.
that this does is this replaces we've been doing this for 70 years, paying electric bills to the power company, and they've continued to go up. If you think back, what your power bill was 10, 15 years ago, and now what it is now, it's gone up a whole bunch. So the thing is it's continuing to go up. And the big part of that equation is that bill never goes away. So that's a cost that we have that we've pretty much digested that we're going to have for the rest of our life if we have a home. We're going to have electricity. And in most cases, if you think about it, Mr. Speaker, you don't have really an option. You got one utility company, and they're going to charge you whatever they want to charge you. And if they send you a bill for $952.72, you're going to pay it. And
If
that's
you
the
want
way
to keep the
it
lights
is.
on,
That's right. That's right. So this is basically a way that you can get your independence from that, to where you're not. I mean, we couldn't do it without the power companies. Don't get me wrong. They're a big part of this. Talcon and Tallahassee and Duke and all the other utility companies are a big part of this working. So don't take that the wrong way. The only thing is I'm saying is, if you could take those same dollars that you're paying this power bill that continues to keep going up and up and up and up and never go away, and you could refocus those funds into improving the value of your home and to create a renewable source of energy that wouldn't go up ever again, and that at one time, depending on how you do your program, at one point that's going to be a bill that goes away. Whereas we've never seen that before. There's never been an option to where you could pick the phone up and call the power company and say, "Okay, I'm going to live in this house for 25 years. How much is it going to cost me for the electricity?" And I'd go ahead and like to write you a check for that. It's never happened before. Okay. And that's what the unique thing is about this program is the government is pushing this really, really hard. I mean, when they're paying 26% of the tab to all of us taxpayers out there. Now, I mean, if you're not paying taxes, then you wouldn't get that. But if you're paying federal taxes, that's a huge, huge dent in our whole project at 26%. And that's giving you enough capital to make this financial decision to where the bill you're paying right now as a power bill, you can convert that to something that's not going to go up, that's going to end. And in most cases, it's lower than what you're paying right now. So that's the kind of question that most people have right now. Did the Johnsons win the lottery or did they get a raise or what? But no, the logic is they're going to pay less for their power than you are this next year. So it's just a matter of taking that same bill and switching it over from a liability and an expense to actually an asset, believe it or not, Mr. Speaker, because those solar panels are going to be paid for one day, whereas that power bill will never be paid for. And how many years are you going to have without a power bill, after they're paid for? You know?
So what I'm hearing here is it's basically reallocation of cost, and you will move one day from like renting the majority of your power from the electric company to producing it and owning it yourself. You're basically becoming your own power company.
Exactly, Mr.
Yeah.
Speaker. That's exactly what it is because now you're able to sell the extra electricity that you're really producing when you're not using it. You're selling it back to the utility company, and you're helping them too. Just less electricity they have to create. So they're involved in this too. So it's a longevity thing that it's going to continue. There's been talk about it through legislation that this is going to go away. It's never going to go away. They're going to reduce it. Definitely, it's going to happen. But all they're saying is that, hey, we're going to make you buy a little more from us so you can't produce as much. So right now is really a optimal opportunity because of the fact that we can produce 100% here in Tallahassee. I don't think they'll ever change though because they're municipal. They could though. But what would end up happening is some of the other utility companies will go down on how much you can offset so that you'd have to just buy a little more from them. So what would happen is the systems would just be smaller. You would only be able to produce 75% of your power or 65. I think they're going to go all the way down to like 50% by 2030 or something. But it's going to pass. It didn't pass this year, but it will pass in the future without a doubt.
So what I'm hearing is here in Tallahassee, and we're broadcasting live here from the city of Tallahassee. Tallahassee, they can generate in the city. You can actually generate 100% of your power and not really have to pay the utility company or the city of Tallahassee anything. But where I am outside in the county, I deal with an electric company, Talquin. I'm only able to offset my bill by what you said 70%. So I can generate up to 70% of my utilities and only have to buy 30% from Talquin. Is that what I heard?
That's an approximate. It all depends on your bill because they base it on your lowest bill for your calendar year. And Talcon will absolutely do 100% offset. I don't want to give the wrong impression here. But as far as cost effectiveness, we know that it's about 70-30 to where you're not paying for both. We don't want you paying them and paying for solar. We want you to pay what you have to pay them for doing this great thing that they're doing and letting you use their grid to store your energy on. Because without them, we absolutely could not do it. So, but we don't want you to pay them more than you have to, but we don't want you to pay more for the solar than you have to either, because we know you got to pay them. So it's a little formula based on each individual's power bill on how they pay, how they burn the energy through the year. But in most cases, it's about 70-30 split is about average.
Okay. So one of the benefits here is I can over time basically deal with almost a fixed energy cost over time, meaning that I own my own power plant, which is the sun in the sky that's not going anywhere because I
Yeah.
have those panels, and I don't have to deal or pay as much to the power company. So that helps me with energy costs. What about putting these things on my home? Are they an eyesore? Does it increase or lower the value of my home?
That's a really good question. We get asked that a lot. And with the real estate values right now, I think if you put a little trophy out on your mailbox, it'd probably bring a little more. But but in reality, it's definitely going to improve the value of your home. The track record that they look at is out west. It makes a huge difference, up in the 16 to 22%, just depending on where you go on the West Coast. You really can't even build a new residential property out there without having some form of renewable energy. And just to be fair, Mr. Speaker, I wouldn't want to give anybody any false pretenses that this renewable energy tax credit that we're kind of talking about here doesn't just apply to solar. Although I am the solar man, it does apply to geothermal. It does apply to wind as well. So I wouldn't want to leave that out. I will be transparent. But here in Sunshine State, naturally, we deal with the sun. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, the fixed cost is going to be about 70-30, but that 70%, you got to fix where it doesn't ever go up, and that one's going to end. That 30%, it can absolutely go up and down still. You're subject to the price increases that all the utility companies across the country, deal with. They have more expenses each year, so they have to go up. That's just part of inflation and part of everything else that happens. So they never went down. There's not any record of any utility company that's gone down. So there's a pretty good chance they're going to continue to go up. So this would just give you a fixed cost of electricity to where you wouldn't be able to pay any. Sorry about that. To pay anything more than what you already know you're paying. And that's a big factor right now. Because think about it, Mr. Speaker, how many things right now can you think of off the top of your head? You're a smart guy, that you can absolutely have a fixed cost on that you know that you're going to have to pay for at least the rest of your adult life. There's really, I couldn't think of anything. There's the gas is going to go up, the groceries are going to go up, the rent factor, whether or not you own your home or not, you're going to have to keep it up. So everything's going to go up. So having a fixed cost, even if it's only 70% of your bill, it's better not having a fixed cost on zero of your bill.
Most definitely.
So everybody can win on this. The utility company, you, the consumer, wins big time, because the value of your home is definitely going to go up, because more people now are looking for green energy homes, because they know also that the power bills are going up too. So that's who's going to buy your home, is someone that's looking for a green energy home, and they're going to pay more for it, and they're going to know all about it because they've already done all the research. And you said about the eyesore. Now let me back up a little bit. I think these things look great. They're so beautiful. And I think what's going to happen is kind of like the flip phone, and the iPhone. Everybody thought the iPhone was kind of weird and everything. And some of us guys that still have the flip phone, have absolutely switched to the iPhone now. Okay. So I think that's what's going to happen with the solar panels. People will get used to them. And then in 6, 7, 8, 9 years, everybody's going to have them. Mr. Speaker, everybody's going to have them. It's going to be a part of their life, because it's going to be so expensive to have a power bill. You're going to have them. So the only ones that don't have it are the ones that got so many trees that they can't get any sunshine, or the commercial, some of those. But it's going to be every house. You're going to see it everywhere. It's already happening.
So we're looking at, okay, dealing with lowering my energy bill over time, becoming my own power company, adding value to my home. So all of that sounds good, but I'm a businessman. I'm a business major. Let's get to the bottom line. I mean, how much does this cost to actually go solar? And is there really a benefit with the amount of money that has to be expended and then recouping those costs over time?
That's a really good question, and I like how you worded that. I think that it's really a matter of using a great opportunity as a homeowner and someone that has good credit, that you can take advantage of these super duper low interest rates and this super duper tax credit, and capitalize on a source of renewable energy without having to come out of pocket 1 cent. Okay. And in most cases, lower what you're paying out every single month in a power bill that you never see anything out of. There's no benefit other than turning a light switch on, and that's it. You got no residual effect at all after that's done. You never own it. It never has any value to your home. There's no benefit whatsoever to what you're doing right now. So this is the fact that a lot of people have to come into terms with, Mr. Speaker, is yes, you take out a loan. Yes, it's a lot of money, but this is the thing. You know how much it is now. Okay, the bill you're paying right now, you don't know how much that bill is. It's like a variable loan. You pay a bill every month and it's continuing to go up. It never goes down. It's just a little sticker shock up front on this because you see what you're paying now. And then now every time you make a payment on it, guess what happens to that balance? It's starting to go down now. So now that's a simple interest loan that you're paying on instead of an expense that keeps continuing to go up that you will never pay for. So the benefit is knowing what you're paying. And then when you finish paying that, you're done. You know, you're going to pay an $8 a meter bill if you're in Tallahassee, $8.25 or 33 at 33.50 at Talcott. So it's just a matter of how you prospectively look at your net dollars. Because remember, Mr. Speaker, when we pay our bills at the end of the month, that's our net dollars, isn't it? That's not our gross. That's after taxes and everything we're paying those bills with. So those dollars are worth a lot more than those dollars we earn. That
Most
net dollar
definitely.
worth a whole lot more. You know, that's paying that bill's a whole lot more.
As the
You
college
know?
students would say when they get their financial aid, that's my net check. That's the
That's that's right. I love
that's
it.
the net check
I love it. I
that they're
love it. I
dealing
love
with. Uh,
it.
so the whole so you describe the process um, for us and how this works. If someone calls you, what do you do when you go out there? That's the second part of my question. But I really want to focus in on the cost because
Okay.
that's what a lot of people really look at. So there's zero down. So you
Mhm.
and once you come out and you do everything and you say, okay, no money down. I have to qualify, basically, and that deals with you running credit. I'd like for you to talk about that. You talked about low interest. I'd like for you to talk about the different types of loans that are available and the length of the terms of those loans because I'm familiar with the project and I took one of the really low cost loans to do it, but also the fact that it is a loan. But talk about the rebates that help to offset these loans to make the project feasible. And the third question is, are those benefits or those rebates going away? Which, if you don't get on board now, could make it not impossible, but make the project cost more.
Well, definitely. And I'll try to remember all those in order, Mr. Speaker. The last one's going to be a little detailed, so I'll leave that one for last. Okay. But the first part of that, I think the biggest thing that we look at as far as starting the project is we want to make sure that we've addressed all of the energy wasting that's going on. Like we'll do an energy audit to start with. We have several departments within our company. We have an HVAC department. We do energy reduction. We do Nest thermostats. We do LED lights. We pretty much cover the whole energy reduction that needs to be addressed, and that's your electricity going to your pool pump, your electricity going to your air handler, and then anything that's proven to be good products like the Google Nest is a great product that we use, and then we do a product called AeroSeal. Some houses qualify, some houses don't. But if you have like ducts that have leaks and whatnot, we can seal those up as well. We're authorized AeroSeal dealer. So there's several things that we do. AC is a big sucker of energy. If you got an older AC and it's 15 years or older, that thing is costing you a lot more running every day than it is saving you as far as not having to fix it. So we can actually show you how you can get a brand new air conditioner bundled in there with no out-of-pocket cost as well. And in most cases, even lower your bill some that way because you're going to use less energy for a newer, more energy efficient air conditioner. If your air conditioner is 15 years or older, it's a tank. It needs to go. It's using more energy than what you're getting used out of. But some of these things are really the first things we want to look at because the last thing we want to do is, Mr. Speaker, is put a bunch of panels up on your roof and you paid a whole bunch of money for this and then you didn't need that many, and we've seen that happen. We've seen that, the customer bought a bunch of panels and then a year later the air conditioning goes out and they had a 20-year-old air conditioner and it was just sucking all the energy it could suck with the amperage super high. He replaced his air conditioner. Now he's producing 15% more energy, and he's donating it back to the city. Now this didn't happen here, but I mean we've seen it happen before, and that's something we want to avoid. We'd rather you pay less for your solar project, and we fix those energy leaks that you have. That a lot of people don't have them. A lot of people have already beat us to it. They've done the LEDs and the Nest, and they got a new AC, and all those things are already done. Then there's nothing left but to harness the sun with the panels. And then basically the pricing is set up based on the size system, based on how many sun hours you have on your roof. And then, of course, shade has a lot of factors involved. And these engineers use it, for the summertime and the wintertime. So there's some calculations that's way above my head on that. But we got engineers that handle that for us. And then once we get a good line of energy reduction and saving energy, and we know how many panels that we need, then we'll know exactly what it's going to cost. So we know how many kilowatts, what energy reductions products that we use, and then we can absolutely see what they qualify for as far as financing. You said that the low rates are the best deal. You're exactly right. We got as low as 0%. As high as 5.99% is the highest rate that we have. The credit scores are kind of driven 640, 50 and above. The higher the credit score, guess what? The better the rate you get. So it's just based on each individual as far as that goes. But it's really stupid low money, low interest rates. I mean, you're not going to get these kind of rates on any kind of loan. And if you needed a roof or AC or anything like that, we can bundle that in there too and get you that low rate on that whole project. So a lot of people are taking advantage of that as well. The last part, I guess, the real big thing right now is the tax credit. Okay, and we mentioned that earlier, and just to reiterate what I said before, if you don't pay federal income taxes to the IRS, then you wouldn't qualify for this. Okay, if you're paying Uncle Sam, then you would absolutely be involved in one of these renewable tax credits that they have. Here in the United States, it's 26%. That ends this year, December the 31st. This going down to 22% next year. And the word is that it's going away after that. They already pushed these from 2020 because of COVID. And we had 2 more years of 26%, and this is last year of that. So I would say that really not just because of that, because it saves so much more money than just that, Mr. Speaker. Because if everybody thinks about what's going on right now, interest rates are going up, the cost of labor is going up, the cost of materials are absolutely going up. So if everything's going up and you can get something right now at a fixed cost, and just to speak this out too, Mr. Speaker, our costs hadn't gone up any. We're still getting plenty of solar panels, and our costs are still the same. But it probably will go up, and I'm sure our labor will too. The cost of labor is absolutely going up everywhere, and I'm sure our guys are going to want more money too. So I think right now is the optimal time to do it, just because of all these expenses that any business right now is suffering are going up. So naturally, the cost to the customer is absolutely going to go up too. And if you take the tax credit away too, that's a whole lot of lopsided, incentives that nobody, will have. So I would say that it's a great opportunity right now, all the way up until the end of the year.
Right now. And just so my listening audience will really understand the whole concept of the tax credit, basically what we're saying is whatever the project cost is, right now the government is offering a 26%. So they'll write you a check for 26% of that, and you take that and you apply it to the loan, and it automatically reduces the loan amount. So basically it's free money. And so it's 26% now, and then it goes down, and then it probably goes away. The reason I wanted you all to understand that is that you can now take advantage of this. Look at fixing your energy costs, adding value to your home, taking advantage of a zero down, no money out of pocket, and then having the government, if you pay taxes on a tax credit, and applying it to your loan, which reduces the overall cost of your loan. No out of pocket, and it reduces the cost. And when I looked at it, it made sense. And I'm a financial business major. if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. But if it makes sense, I can put out
I
some.
love that.
And that's one of the things. Talk about the company. Why, when there's so many other companies out there and there are multiple marketing advertisements on the internet talking about going solar, why Meraki
That,
Solutions with
that
going and using them as opposed to someone else?
I
Why?
love that question. I love that question. Rocky Tallahassee, I think is the best out there. Okay, so I'll say that. I wouldn't want to say anything bad about any of the other companies. All I can say is that we're the only local company, and we're the only local company that does their own installs. So I just asked a customer pretty blank question is if you're doing a project like this and the guy that's in your living room right here that you're doing it with, would you want the people that you're doing the business with, the people that's on your roof putting this project together? And most people do. I think it gives them a little more security of knowing that, hey, if something's wrong or whatever, they're going to come back and take care of it. And that's what we do. We have a motto. We're not perfect. We have made mistakes, I assure you. But we're the kind that when we do make a mistake, we'll raise our hand up, say, hey, we made a mistake. We're going to fix that. It's not going to cost you one dime. And that's all you can really do. It is still a construction project. But we are here. We are here to serve Tallahassee and the whole surrounding area, Midway and Crawfordville and Monticello, all of them. But I think the biggest part of it is that we care about our customers. You can go to Meraki Tallahassee, Google, and look at our reviews. We have a 4.9 Google review, and I'm very proud of. I have an extremely good crew. Monique is my pride and joy. She is the face of our company. She has got the beautiful smile, and it goes right with the sunshine, and everybody just loves her to pieces. And they cannot go buy solar anywhere else and deal with Monique. So there.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Is that not
Well,
enough?
yes. Now, listening audience today, we're talking about solar and going solar, and not only that, but using a company called Meraki Solutions, Meraki of Tallahassee. If you'd like to get more information and set up a free consultation to see if you and your home qualify, please. So we'll know that they heard about it right here on Mr. Speaker Speaks. Go to my website, podcast.vincenttedwards.com, podcast.vincenttedwards.com, and click on the tab Zero Down Solar. And there you'll find a little form. All you have to do is submit your name, number, little information, click submit, and then my very own guest today, Miss Monique, she will get your information and contact you. So all you have to do is go to podcast.vincenttedwards.com/zero down solar. And when you do that, you will hear from Miss Monique Manns about that. And I will tell you right now, I'm very pleased with the project. Um, and I was one of the ones who he talked about with a very, very old AC unit. And when I say old, I talk about I talk about original equipment. And
Woo.
we've been in our home over 25 yeah, over 22 years. So, and it's original equipment. It's still running strong. It's been rebuilt. I call it the $6 million man. They
That's
had
probably
it on.
that's probably it took you that much to keep that thing going. Hey, I
So,
just want to throw this out for you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate you so much having us. That I want you to know that all your listeners that log in and come through you, that we're going to do a special deal. We're going to pay their first three solar payments or $500, whichever is the most. If they'll do this and get a hold of Monique before the end of the month, we're going to do that for them. Just because who you are, Mr. Speaker.
well, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. Y'all heard it. Hey, you need to call them now. Get in touch with Monique today. Get in touch with her. You can get in touch with her by going to my website, podcast.vincenttedwards.com, podcast.vincenttedwards.com, and clicking on the Zero Solar. And there you will find a form to fill out and to submit. Man, this has been great. We're running out of time, but any last comments, any other thing that you want to say? And Monique, you've been quiet as a little bird.
I I'm usually not this quiet. I'm a little nervous, but yes.
Is there anything you want to say so they'll know when they come? Because she came and she knocked on my door. She was so quiet and she came in, but they went over. It was a great presentation. And for me, all I needed to see is that mathematically it made sense, and it did. And I was on it because long term, hey, I'll be my own power company. What do you
There
have?
you go. Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. That's perfect.
Um, I just hope that people are open to it. It is a real deal, and I enjoy helping people, helping them, with the big projects of their home. So I look forward to hearing from everyone. Give us an opportunity.
Yes. And it
Absolutely.
and it doesn't cost you anything to listen
It
except
does
time,
not. It does
except your
not.
time. But I will tell you, it's a presentation worth listening to. You can always say no, but then one day you're gonna come around and say, think I need to say yes. But take advantage
Ah.
of those rebates. Get
Yeah.
on the train now. Mark, is there anything you would like to say?
Just thanks. I think that you got a great show here, and I'm very impressed with your whole project here. I'm going to be tuning in myself. You've made me a watcher now, so I'm going to be. I hope you invite us back sometime. We'd love to come back.
Oh, I'm going to tell you like this. Anytime you want to come back and talk about something, just let me know. It's but energy related. Doesn't even have to be energy related. You could be a subject matter expert in something else. You have an open door to
Hey,
Mr. Speaker Speaks. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know. We'll do it right here.
thank
Anytime.
you, Mr.
Thank
Speaker.
you.
Thank you.
And once again, my listening audience, I want you please just to go find out more about solar. You may have more questions that I didn't ask. Podcast.vincenttedwards.com, Zero Down Solar, and there you can get in touch with Monique. She will call you right away, set up a good time that benefits you to come and talk about how you can look at fixed energy costs, zero money down, environmentally impacting the planet, also adding value to your home. And one of the things I don't think they mentioned is the warranty. And I think that's about 25 years, isn't it, Mark?
Absolutely. 25-year warranty on all of the products that we use, and that's a manufacturer warranty, but we facilitate that so you don't have to really deal with the manufacturer. We keep all the materials here in Tallahassee. So anything goes wrong, we're Johnny on the spot. We're right there. Don't have many of those though.
No, you don't have any. And I will tell you, if you call, they will pick up their phone. They will come, they will talk to you, they will answer all of your questions. And I also like to say, and I don't know the right terminology, so you'll have to help me out. I know when my project started, I had my own consultant that dealt with me
Advocate.
through my home advocate that walked me through the process, kept me um, abreast of everything. And once everything gets installed, there's an app that you have on your phone where you can look at the daily production. What are my solar panels actually doing? And it shows you a little graph all throughout the day. I click on the little line, say, oh, I made 6 kilowatts this hour. What happened? Why did it drop? Oh, the clouds came out and it was raining. So you can track your energy production throughout the day, throughout the month. So there's a lot of things that they will go into more detail. But what I really liked was the advocate that walked me through the process. If I had any questions, I could call them at any time. So what am I saying? Mr. Speaker is speaking, and he's saying, I recommend Meraki Solutions for your solar project. All you have to do is go out, give them a call, talk to them, find out what it's all about, and then the choice is yours. As an old commercial used to say, and I'm going to date myself, you can pay me now or you can pay me later.
Okay.
Well, and so I'll give you all the last word if there's anything else you'd like to say.
Just if you question anything about the process and how it flows, you definitely can go to if you link us on there at MerakiTallahassee.com. But you look us up on Google, Meraki Tallahassee. Look at our reviews. Those are people that absolutely have done business with us, just like you have, Mr. Speaker. And we just love an opportunity to show you how good we really are.
All right. All right, everybody. We're getting ready to take it home. You've been listening to Mr. Speaker Speaks, the podcast. that informs. And today you've totally been informed about solar and Meraki. It's challenging and it inspires. You should be inspired to take advantage of those government rebates to jump on solar today. Don't wait. Just call them. Take a look at it. You can always say no, but you can pay me now or you can pay me later. Remember, this is real talk from real people about real things. And you know, I always say life is all about purpose. And the question becomes, do you know yours? Remember, in all that you do, be magnificent. And until next time, be good, be blessed, but most of all, be a blessing to someone. I love you.
Peace.